Hi again guys, just going to do a quick wee review here. New lights I've fitted to the back of the vehicle due to having a wee accident with the children last weekend, where if you recall from my previous video I had a big large amber light bar in the middle of the vehicle at the back, just below that kind of bump in the middle there at the back's where the brake light is, and it actually extended for one side right all across the middle of the windscreen, at the rear window actually, and it was a big massive 2-row amber flashing one with 3 flash patterns. The winds actually knocked it down from the top of the roof, if you like, and it fell down, knocked off a lot of the LEDs and killed a lot of them. So I've had to go and upgrade to a new one, well, new lights. I was thinking about going for an external light bar for the roof, either somehow permanently fixing it to the roof, either via screws or J-clamps or to a roof rack, because the problems were with this car, I've got like water runners, I've not got a completely flat roof, so magnets don't work very well, so it's not exactly ideal. So it was going to be either somehow permanently fixed to the car roof if I went for an external light bar. But then looking at prices, I know the hassle I'd take to go through, because a lot of the time the external ones as well, you have to go and get hardwire them to the vehicle's battery anyway. And I thought, maybe best just to keep it small. So then I ended up looking a bit for what would be ideal for keeping the lights internal. I'd be able to probably run them off the cigarette power socket, and that's what I've done. I went for, it's actually grill strobe lights. I'll take you around and show them. They're actually grill strobe lights, 4 LEDs in each, fitted in the back of the vehicle, in the rear window. They're permanently fixed to the base of the back cover of the boot, and I'll open the boot and show you. If you see here, I've got them actually screwed down to the back cover, which is just a cover for covering all the cables to the boot of the vehicle itself. And then the cable actually runs up the side of the boot door here itself, and through the side under the roof line, and actually runs through the ceiling itself. Oh crap, shut the boot. Runs through, the cable comes through the middle here. This is actually a power cable that we've had to use, because so being in grill lights we actually had quite a short cable that was supplied with the strobe lights. So it comes through the middle section of the ceiling at the vehicle, and then through the middle doorway arch here, and runs through my door line here, down through the window frame again. I've got the control box sitting here, which is literally just a on-off switch, and we clicker button for the pattern settings, which I think, if I remember correctly, it's either 7 or 8 flash patterns. I think the strobe lights actually come with. Now, from the lights when they supplied with a power adapter or a power socket, it was just the wire. So luckily enough, we having the previous light bar in place, what I've done is I've actually kept that in place at the back here, instead of having to take all that out. I've actually managed to keep that power socket there plugged into my 4-way adapter, and it still runs underneath the steering wheel, and round here, and actually up the side of the door again, and up to the power point here, where it's all connected just inside the framework of the car, so it's all nice and neat tucked away. Now on that note, that was quite handy actually. So I've managed to, even though my previous light bars now basically used for scraps, I've managed to use quite a few bits here without going to too much trouble, and they only took about approximately an hour to install it in the vehicle. And I'm actually just doing a wee visibility test on them now. I've got a wee video at the back which I've filmed, which is about a minute and a half long, just showing the flash patterns close up. What I'll do in a minute is I'll go up the back here a good bit of distance, and I'll try and actually visibility wise from a set distance. I'll try and get a couple of shots that way where I'll try and not get hit by cars, and then I'll try and do a quick night video test with them later on tonight as well, and I'll upload that to go with this. The LED strobe lights came for eBay again, £25 for the two of them. For the one setting it's through Car Mods UK, which is a supplier on eBay, and surprisingly, for being just 4 LEDs, kind of like what my front lights were, well, I think that's it, hold on, let me double check that actually. No, I didn't even ken. Aye, 4 and 4. You've got 4 in the front there, 4 there, and that's one light bar, and it's 8 in each. Same again, the rear ones, like the front ones, I've got my 2 whites here, and my ambers on the outside. And it's the same with the back, for the purely visibility argument. If I remember right, the two interior ones on either one are white, and the 2 externals are amber again, and they are sufficiently quite bright. And it's at least they're actually a lot neater option to what that big light bar was that went for, like, say, all the way middle of the vehicle here. And the family securing a lot more neater with the cable and all that as well. But if you give me a minute, I'll upload a wee video here for a distance and see what kind of visibility are. As you can see, it's no exactly great weather today. I'm getting a wee bit of rain here now. I'm just up the Barricade Hills, purely trying to test them out here where it's quiet, so I'm not disrupting anybody. And I don't look like a complete idiot when I'm doing this in the middle of a public street or another, a public car park. So I'm kind of out, but I've got a bit of chance to get outside the vehicle and do a test on them as well. So if you bear with us, I'll get a couple of wee shots here. And if anybody's got any questions about where I get my lights from, or how much they cost, or legalities again about it, you can either refer back to my previous video about the legality section there, or about where your colours and where you fit them, etc. Or ask me directly and I'll give you as best information as I can. Alright, catch you later guys. Right, I'm I don't know, kid, what, 30-40 metres away from the vehicle now. It's no perfectly great at this distance on the camera. I mean, looking at it with a bare eye, I can see my lights on the car very clearly. They are sufficiently quite bright. I think they're actually, they're 12 volts and I think they're 32 watts. So they are sufficiently quite stronger than the standard light bar I had previously in the car. You might be able to see it. It's no great on this camera looking at the preview screen here on the back of the camera, but believe me, they are extremely bright lights and I can see them quite well with the naked eye. You'll just have to take my my word for that one. And what I'll do is I'll actually upload, as I said, I'll upload a wee, what do you call it, a wee night test tonight at some point. Hopefully it's dry and I'll get a good shot of them in the dark for these, because I tried them the other night in the dark and they've got one hell of a flash on them to light up the entire back of the car as well, which is kind of strange. I might have to see about getting some sort of reflector, just so they're not flashing in the car too brightly in the car anyway. But it's not going to really make a difference if I'm sitting stationary. So, but here they are close up anyway, compared to previously. I'll just focus it a wee bit. If my camera will focus, which it doesn't want to do. There we go. As you can see, it's white and ambers again, and they are effectively quite bright. And looking at the preview screen here of the camera, I have to admit they are far brighter to the naked eye than they're showing up on this camera. Which isn't bad considering they were just wee grill lights, wee grill strobe lights. Which, as you can tell. But we shall see what they're like at night time. But I'm more than happy with them during the day. They are sufficiently quite a lot brighter than the light bar I had, which is the big massive thing. So I'm quite pleased with them, and hopefully they'll come in handy. Lights are exceedingly bright. I'm quite surprised at that.